I welcome you to my channel. Subscribe and listen to my new stories every day. The sunlight filters through the window, casting soft rays across the living room. I sit on the couch, flipping through the pages of a book that holds little interest. My mind wanders to Vanessa and her latest trip to see her friends. The familiar knot of unease tightens in my stomach, a feeling I've been trying to shake off for weeks. She's been going out more often, her excuses growing thinner like the threads of our once sturdy bond. When she comes home, I feign indifference, greeting her with a smile that barely masks my growing suspicion. "How was your trip?" I ask, trying to keep my tone light. "It was great. We had a blast," she replies, her eyes shining with excitement. But as she speaks, I notice the slight tremor in her voice, a flicker of something I can't quite place. It's unsettling. Later that night, as I clean out the car, I reach under the passenger seat to grab a stray water bottle. Instead, my fingers brush against something crumpled. I pull out a handful of movie tickets, dated for last night, and a receipt from a restaurant I've never heard of. My heart races, confusion twisting into suspicion. What was Vanessa doing at the movies without me? And why was she dining somewhere I'd never been? My mind races. Was my wife, the woman I've loved for years, being unfaithful? The thought is a bitter pill to swallow. I can't shake it off, the implications gnawing at my sanity. "Vanessa," I call, my voice steady despite the storm brewing inside me. "Did you go out last night?" She pops her head around the corner, a playful smile on her lips. "I told you, I was with the girls." "The movies?" I challenge, holding up the crumpled tickets. Her expression falters for a split second. "Oh, right. We decided to catch a late show," she says, but the way she avoids my gaze sets off alarm bells in my mind. I decide then, I need proof. I can't let my fears fester in the dark. A few days later, I install a GPS tracker in the car, heart pounding as I hide the device beneath the dashboard. The thought of violating her privacy feels wrong, but the fear of betrayal is more potent than my guilt. I need to know the truth. The next day, as I monitor the app on my phone, the red dot blinks across the screen. My breath catches as I realize she's driving to a part of town I've never heard her mention. The sense of dread envelopes me. I can't just sit here and do nothing. "Vanessa, I need to run some errands," I tell her casually as she gets ready for the day. "Sure. I'll be around," she responds, not suspecting a thing. I drive to the location, my hands gripping the steering wheel tightly. As I approach a quaint little cafe, I see her through the window. But she's not alone. A man leans in closer than any friend should, laughing at something only they share. I can't hear the words, but the sight sends a cold shiver down my spine. I feel like I'm in a daze as I watch them. The disbelief shifts into a burning rage. Every happy memory I have of us crashes around me like shattered glass. How could she betray me like this? I pull out my phone, capturing the moment, her laughter, the way he leans in, the intimacy of it all. This is the evidence I need. My heart pounds in my chest as I struggle to breathe, anger and pain boiling within me. In that moment, a plan begins to form. I can't confront her yet, she needs to think everything is normal. I want to expose her, to show her that I know. Revenge feels like the only way to reclaim my dignity. As I leave the cafe, a sense of finality settles over me. This is just the beginning. I will make her understand the depth of her betrayal, and when I'm done, our paths will part forever. My heart aches with the thought of divorce, but the thrill of revenge courses through my veins, igniting a fire I never knew existed. The intrigue of our lives is about to unravel, and I will be the one holding the threads. The night is quiet, but inside my head, chaos reigns. I replay the scene from the cafe over and over, Vanessa's laughter, the way her eyes sparkled with excitement as she leaned toward him. Every heartbeat reminds me of the betrayal, and I can't help but feel a mix of pain and anger boiling within me. I need to plan my next move, and it has to be perfect. I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to Vanessa's soft breathing beside me. The darkness is suffocating, thick with the weight of my thoughts. My mind races with images of her and the man, whose face I can't shake from my memory. How long has this been going on? Who is he? And why does she think she can hide it from me? The next morning, I rise early, fueled by a newfound determination. I pull out my laptop, the glow illuminating the dim kitchen as I begin to research. I need to learn more about her activities, her friends, and who she might be spending her time with. My fingers fly over the keyboard, anxiety creeping into my chest as I type her friends' names into the search bar. An hour later, I hit the jackpot. One of her closest friends has a public Instagram account, and scrolling through her posts reveals a world I never knew. Pictures of parties, trips, and laughter fill the screen, images of Vanessa that make my stomach churn. I note the faces of her friends and their interactions, looking for any clues that might lead me to the truth. "Hey, you okay?" Vanessa's voice pulls me from my thoughts, and I quickly minimize the window. "Yeah, just working," I reply, forcing a smile as she walks into the kitchen, hair still messy from sleep. "Got a big project?" she asks, pouring herself a cup of coffee. "Something like that," I mumble, avoiding her gaze. My heart races, I can't let her know I'm onto her. As the days pass, I keep up my facade, playing the dutiful husband. Each day, she leaves for her errands, and I track her movements using the GPS. I grow more convinced that she's hiding something. The small, innocent moments we share feel like shadows, overshadowed by the reality of her betrayal. One evening, she mentions a gathering with friends. "It's just a small get-together at Rachel's. You know how we do," she says with a casual wave of her hand. "Sounds fun," I reply, forcing a smile as a plan begins to form. "Can I join?" She raises an eyebrow, clearly surprised. I don't know. It's mostly girls, you know. But I guess if you want to come." "Yeah, I'd love to see your friends," I insist, my voice firm. "Okay, I'll text you the details," she says, a hint of uncertainty in her tone. The thought of going makes my heart race, but I can't let this opportunity slip away. I need to confront her in a way that leaves no room for denial. The day of the gathering arrives, and I put on my best poker face, hiding my nerves behind a facade of confidence. As Vanessa gets ready, I'm struck by how unaware she is of the storm brewing just beneath the surface. She's in the bedroom, laughing with her friends over video calls, oblivious to the tension that tightens my chest. "Ready?" she asks, stepping out in a stylish dress, looking beautiful as always. "Absolutely," I reply, a sense of determination fueling my words. We arrive at Rachel's house, and the atmosphere is vibrant, filled with laughter and music. I greet her friends, feigning enthusiasm as we mingle. But all the while, I keep an eye on Vanessa, watching her interactions. She seems at ease, chatting and laughing with her friends, but I notice the way her gaze flickers toward her phone, her body language shifting whenever a message comes through. "Hey, you want a drink?" Rachel asks, pulling me away from Vanessa. "Sure," I respond, trying to seem engaged. As Rachel pours me a drink, I scan the room, my heart pounding. I see Vanessa on the couch, leaning in to whisper something to her friend. I can't help but feel a mix of jealousy and rage bubbling inside me. "Everything okay with you and Vanessa?" Rachel asks, her eyes searching mine. "Yeah, just a lot on my mind," I reply, forcing a smile. "You know how it is. Right. Relationships can be tough," she nods knowingly, her gaze drifting back to the group. The evening drags on, and I can feel the tension in my chest tightening. I make my way to the bathroom, but as I pass by the living room, I catch sight of Vanessa's phone lying on the coffee table. It buzzes with a message, and my heart races. I glance around, no one is paying attention. I seize the moment, snatching the phone and quickly typing in the code she's always used, her birthday. The screen lights up, revealing a stream of messages, and my stomach drops. "Hey, babe. Can't wait to see you again tonight," one message reads, followed by another from the same number, "I miss you." Rage surges through me, and I barely manage to slip the phone back onto the table before I'm caught. I head back to the bathroom, my heart racing as I process what I just read. I can't confront her here, not in front of her friends. But I know one thing, I have to act, and I have to act fast. The thrill of revenge begins to take shape in my mind. I will expose her, force her to confront her lies. The plan solidifies as I rejoin the party, putting on a mask of normalcy even as my heart screams for justice. That night, I lie awake, plotting my next move, knowing that the calm before the storm will not last much longer. Our paths are about to diverge in a way that will change everything, and I'll make sure she feels the full weight of her betrayal. The intrigue builds, and I can almost taste the retribution that awaits. The air is thick with tension as I lie in bed, the silence around me only amplifying the storm inside my head. I replay the messages on Vanessa's phone, the sweetness in the words taunting me. I can't shake the feeling that the walls are closing in, that the truth is a damning shadow looming over our lives. Morning comes, and with it, the resolve I need. I can't let this go on any longer. I decide to confront her, but not before I gather irrefutable proof. Revenge requires careful planning, and I'm determined to make her regret every moment of her deception. As the sun rises, I slip out of bed and grab my laptop. I dive deeper into research, focusing on Vanessa's friends and their social media profiles. If she's cheating, there's a chance they know. I find Rachel's Instagram again and scroll through her photos, searching for anything that might tie them to this man. Then I see it, a tagged photo from a party last month where Vanessa is wrapped in laughter, a mysterious figure leaning in close, a hand on her shoulder. The man has a strong jawline and dark hair, the same type I'd seen that day at the cafe. I zoom in on the photo and capture a screenshot, feeling a mix of anger and triumph. This is my weapon. Later that evening, I'm preparing for another gathering at Rachel's house. Vanessa is excited, chattering about her friends and the fun they'll have. "You'll love it. It's a whole bunch of us, just like last time," she exclaims, her smile bright and inviting. "Yeah, sounds great," I say, keeping my tone even as my heart races. I've decided I won't let her manipulate me anymore. As we arrive, the energy in the room is electric, filled with laughter and music. I take a moment to observe the scene, scanning the crowd for familiar faces. Vanessa immediately gets swept into conversation, and I feel a mix of anger and jealousy bubbling beneath my skin. I weave my way through the gathering, catching snippets of conversation and pretending to enjoy the night. But I'm focused on my plan. I see Rachel across the room and approach her, casually striking up a conversation. "Hey, Rachel. I wanted to ask you about the party last month," I say, my voice steady. "Oh, it was such a blast. We all had so much fun," she replies, her enthusiasm palpable. "Yeah, I saw that picture of Vanessa with that guy. Who is he?" I ask, trying to sound casual. Rachel's expression changes slightly, and she glances toward Vanessa, who is laughing with a group of friends. "Oh, that's just a friend. They were joking around." "Just a friend?" I echo, my voice tinged with disbelief. "Seems a bit too cozy, don't you think?" Rachel hesitates, a frown crossing her face. "I mean, they were just having fun. Nothing serious, I promise." "Right." I nod, suppressing the urge to press further. I need more than just vague assurances. I excuse myself and head to the bathroom, where I take a moment to breathe. I pull out my phone and open the screenshot of the photo again, studying it intently. The man's face, now etched in my mind, feels like a ticking time bomb, one that's about to go off. Just then, the door swings open, and Vanessa walks in, her cheeks flushed from the excitement of the party. "Hey, everything okay?" she asks, noticing my tense expression. "Yeah, just a little overwhelmed," I reply, forcing a smile. She tilts her head, studying me for a moment. "You sure? You've been kind of quiet tonight." "Just taking it all in," I say, stepping closer. "I was actually just thinking about that guy in the picture." Her eyes widen slightly, and I catch the flicker of worry crossing her face. "What guy?" "The one you were with at Rachel's party," I say, my voice low but firm. "The one with his hand on your shoulder." Vanessa's composure shifts, her playful demeanor faltering. "Oh, that was just a joke. We were all messing around." "Messing around?" I challenge, my anger boiling over. "It didn't look like just a joke to me." "Can we not do this here?" she pleads, glancing nervously at the door. "I don't want to ruin the night." "Too late for that, Vanessa. You've already ruined it for me," I shoot back, my voice sharp. "I told you, it was nothing," she insists, her frustration rising. "You're being ridiculous." "Am I?" I take a step back, letting the distance between us grow. "You think I don't know what's going on?" "I found the messages on your phone, Vanessa. You think I'm just going to pretend everything's fine?" The color drains from her face. "What messages?" she stammers, panic creeping into her voice. "You know exactly what I mean," I say, my heart pounding. "I can't believe you thought you could hide this from me." She swallows hard, her eyes darting around the small bathroom. "This isn't the place for this conversation. Let's just go back out and have fun," she says, her voice shaking. "Fun? After what I've seen?" I can't keep the bitterness out of my tone. "This is not just some misunderstanding, Vanessa. You've betrayed me. I deserve the truth." Before she can respond, I turn and push open the door, stepping back into the crowd. The laughter and music feel like a distant echo as I process the enormity of what's happening. Vanessa trails behind me, her footsteps hesitant. "Can we just talk?" she pleads, her voice barely audible over the noise. I shake my head, my resolve solidifying. "No more talking. I need to know how deep this goes, and I will find out." As the night continues, I keep my distance from her, watching her interact with friends as I plot my next move. I can't just expose her, I need to catch her in the act, to show her exactly how much her betrayal has hurt me. The intrigue grows thicker, the tension palpable. I can feel the web of lies closing in around us, and soon, the moment of reckoning will arrive. I'm ready for it, I'm prepared to face the truth, whatever it may be. Revenge is on the horizon, and I won't rest until she understands the full weight of her choices. The night is heavy with tension as I drive home from Rachel's house, the car humming beneath me like a caged beast. Vanessa sits silently in the passenger seat, the weight of her lies thick in the air between us. I can feel the anger simmering just beneath the surface, a storm ready to unleash its fury. "Do you even care about what's happening between us?" I break the silence, my voice low but steady. "Of course I do. This is all just a misunderstanding," she replies, her tone defensive. "You're overreacting." "Overreacting? Is that what you call finding your messages with another man?" I retort, gripping the steering wheel harder, my knuckles turning white. "I'm not the one betraying our vows." Her silence speaks volumes, and I can see the panic in her eyes as she realizes the truth has caught up with her. The facade of innocence crumbles, and I feel a grim sense of satisfaction at the way her confidence wanes. As we pull into our driveway, I know I can't let this end with half-truths. "Get out of the car," I order, my voice firm. "Are you serious?" she shoots back, incredulous. "Now." I glare at her, the tension in my voice brooking no argument. Reluctantly, she opens the door and steps out, her heels clicking on the pavement. I follow her into the house, the walls closing in as I lead her to the living room. The flickering light casts shadows that dance around us, a reflection of the turmoil within. Do you really think this is just going to blow over? I ask, pacing in front of her. You've shattered everything we built together. Just listen to me. I made a mistake, she pleads, desperation creeping into her voice. I didn't mean for it to go this far. No, you chose to betray me, I snap back, anger boiling over. You thought I wouldn't find out? That I wouldn't care? Vanessa's eyes widen, and I can see her grasping for any thread of defense. It was just a fling. It didn't mean anything to me. Didn't mean anything. I laugh bitterly, the sound harsh in the stillness of the room. You've already crossed a line, and I can't just forgive and forget. I pull out my phone, the screen illuminating my face as I show her the screenshots of her messages, the incriminating evidence laid bare before her. Look at this, Vanessa. Look at what you've done. She takes a step back, her face pale. You don't have to do this. We can work it out. No more chances, I say, my voice a low growl. You've shown me who you really are, and I refuse to be your fool any longer. As I turn away from her, the full weight of my anger transforms into a cold, calculated resolve. I've been planning my retribution, and it won't be pretty. Her eyes flash with fear as she takes a step back. What do you mean? I know where he lives, I say, the words hanging heavily in the air. And I intend to make you both feel the consequences of your actions. Please, don't do this. Vanessa cries, panic edging into her voice. You're better than this. But the truth is, I feel liberated by my rage. It has become my fuel, and I can't turn back now. I grab my keys, and she follows me desperately as I head for the door. Where are you going? She demands. To take care of business, I reply, my tone icy. Stay here if you want, but know that I'm done playing nice. I can feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins as I drive toward the man's address, my mind racing with thoughts of revenge. He's the reason for this betrayal, the shadow lurking in the background of our marriage. I won't let him get away with it. As I pull up outside his apartment complex, my heart pounds in my chest. The night is dark, the streetlights casting an eerie glow on the pavement. I step out of the car, the cool night air sharp against my skin, and begin to approach his building, my senses heightened. I see his silhouette through the window, laughing and enjoying a drink with Vanessa's friend, Rachel. The sight ignites a fire within me. I grip my phone tightly, my mind racing with thoughts of how to expose their deceit. Taking a deep breath, I quietly slip around to the back entrance, my heart pounding as I make my way up the stairs. I can hear their laughter echoing down the hall, and I hesitate for a moment, grappling with the weight of what I'm about to do. Then I push open the door. Surprise! I shout, bursting into the living room. The laughter dies instantly, replaced by shocked expressions. Vanessa stands frozen, her mouth agape, while the man, startled, spills his drink all over himself. What the hell are you doing here? He asks, scrambling to regain his composure. I'm here to end this, I declare, my voice steady and unwavering. You have no right to be here. Vanessa screams, her face flushed with a mix of anger and fear. I have every right, I respond, my eyes narrowing as I focus on the man. You think you can just take my wife and walk away scot-free? I didn't mean to, he starts, but I cut him off. Save it. You've already done enough damage. I step closer, my voice dropping to a deadly whisper. You think this is a game? You've taken something from me, and I'm going to make sure you pay for it. Before they can react, I reach for my phone and hold it up. Say goodbye to your little affair, I sneer, snapping a photo of the shocked couple together. I'll be sending this to everyone you know. Don't you dare. Vanessa shouts, her panic escalating. But I'm done listening. You wanted to play with fire? Well, here's your burn. I take a step back and hit send, the message flashing across their phones. The look of horror on their faces is worth every ounce of pain I've endured. Enjoy the fallout, I say, turning on my heel and storming out. As I drive away, the weight of betrayal lifts slightly, replaced by a sense of closure. I'm finished with them, and I can finally move forward without the shadows of their lies looming over me. In the days that follow, I watch as the fallout unfolds, friends distancing themselves, whispers of betrayal spreading like wildfire. The texts and calls come pouring in, each one a reminder of the deceit that shattered my world. As for Vanessa, she tries to reach out, but I ignore her messages, each one a hollow echo of the love we once shared. It's clear that we've both changed irrevocably, our paths irrevocably diverged. Finally, I see her at a local coffee shop, her face etched with despair. I feel a pang of sympathy, but it's overshadowed by the cold reality of what has transpired. "Please, can we talk?" she begs as I walk past. "Talk?" I echo, bitterness lacing my voice. "What's there left to say? You chose your path, and now you have to live with the consequences." With that, I walk away, leaving her behind in a cloud of regret and shame. Our lives, once intertwined, now lie in ruins, shattered by betrayal. I take a deep breath, finally free from the burden of deception, ready to embrace a future untainted by her lies. The intrigue of our lives has unraveled, but my journey toward healing has just begun. And in that realization, I find the strength to move forward, leaving the past, and her, behind forever.